I'm Noreen and welcome to my kitchen, and another installment of the holidays are coming. Today I have a special collaboration video that I'm doing with Larry from the Wolfe channel. I am going to be making a roasted turkey spatchcock style. This is going to cut significant time off of your roasting of your turkey, and this turkey was done in just about 2 hours time, believe it or not. And Larry is going to be doing something special for you over on his channel. I'll give you more information about that in a moment. So let's go see how we make a spatchcocked roasted turkey. All right, we are going to make this turkey in less than 2 hours. This is a 12-pound turkey that I've had in my freezer. I have washed it, I have rinsed it, and we're going to prepare this to roast in our oven, which I have preheated at 400 degrees. We're going to spatchcock this turkey, which means we're going to flay it open and lay it flat, and it will cook evenly and it will cook quickly. And I did my turkey like this last Thanksgiving, and I swear I will never do my turkey another way again, because it was perfect, it was moist, it was delicious, it was evenly cooked, and it took less than half the time that traditional whole turkey like this would take. So I'm very excited to share this with you. I'm also doing this video in collaboration with Larry of the Wolfe Pit. I'm very excited to be working with him. Larry is going to be doing something for you over on his channel for Thanksgiving, and I'll put a clip of what he's doing at the end of this video, so be sure to stick around so you can see what that's all about. But I hope that if you don't know Larry already, you will definitely go over to his channel and subscribe, because he is awesome. Now, I've cleaned my area thoroughly, and I've got my turkey that's washed and rinsed on a plate, and we're just going to go ahead and we're going to cut this up in just a second. But I wanted to show you, you're going to need a good sized sheet pan. I'm just using a half sheet because a whole sheet pan won't fit in my oven. So note to self, when we shop for a new oven, we better make sure to take the full sheet pan with us, because I want it to fit in there. I also have a heavy rack sitting on top of the baking sheet that I have lined with 3 layers of aluminum foil and some parchment, but that is only my preference. You don't have to use the parchment if you don't want to. So this is what we're going to lay our turkey out on, and I'm just going to set this aside. If your turkey has come with a plastic cage kind of thingy that holds the legs together, remove that. Mine did. And this awful thing that never works, please pull it out and throw it in the garbage where it belongs, because those things do not work. If you want to know if your turkey is done, use one of these, please, an instant read thermometer, because that is the only accurate way of knowing if your turkey is done properly. So what we're going to do is we're going to start trimming up. I'm going to cut off the parson's nose, but that is only a preference, and really it serves no purpose if we're spatchcocking this. So now I want you to turn, I'm going to get rid of the plate, but I'm not going to get rid of the neck. I'm just going to set that aside. Flip your turkey over, and then we will commence to cutting this apart. Get your trusty kitchen scissors, and what I want you to do is I want you to start cutting along this one side of the backbone, and it's going to take a little muscle, but you can do it. Okay, once you've got one side cut, you're going to go ahead and do the other side, and you're going to cut all the way down the other side of the backbone and just separate it from the bird. There you go. Do not discard that. You're going to throw that in your stock pot. Now we're going to flip it back over again. Now, you want to crack the sternum. That means you're going to take both of your hands and you're going to put all of your weight on top of this, and you're going to try and crack this. It may take a couple of tries and it may be messy. You want it to lay flat. You come in here. This is the bone that you're wanting to crack, okay? Sometimes it's just easier to do it when you flip it over this way. That's all. This is good. And that's what you want your turkey to look like. You just don't want any of the rib cage to still be curved under. You want to crack that so it's lying flat. All right, I've cleaned up my mess. I've gone ahead and wiped up. I washed the turkey off again with cool water, and I've patted it dry with some paper towel. So what I have is a stick of softened butter, and I'm just going to butter up this turkey. I have my oven preheated at 400 degrees. So I'm just going to butter it, and then I'm going to season it up with a mixture of poultry seasoning and my Szechuan chicken rub. Now you can use whatever chicken seasoning you prefer. And then I have about a tablespoon each of the Szechuan and the poultry seasoning. I'm just going to mix this up. I love doing the turkey this way because I'm not one of those people who ever delivered the whole roasted turkey to the table anyway. My mom never did. We always carved the turkey in the kitchen, and we served it already carved at the table. So this is perfect. I love doing it this way for that reason. You probably don't want to use this application if you're using a turkey any larger than this. I think that my turkey, 12 pounds, is probably the limit. This is going into the oven at 400 degrees for 30 minutes. Then we're going to turn the heat down to 350 degrees, and we're going to continue to roast it for another hour. I'll bring you back when this has been in there for 30 minutes, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, it has been a half an hour, and just a helpful hint, the turkey will have a mind of its own once it starts to cook. So what I do recommend is that you put a pan lined with foil underneath the rack that you have it cooking on. But you can see here, the skin is nicely set and browned. That's how you want it. Now we're just going to continue roasting this. We're going to turn the temperature of the oven down to 350 degrees, and we're going to continue to cook this for an additional hour, at which point we'll come back and we'll take the internal temperature and we'll see if we're ready to rock and roll. Alright, it has been just about an hour and a half since we turned down the temperature, and look at this bird. So folks, this is 2 hours for a 12-pound turkey. And then what you want to do is you want to take your temperature, and you want to make sure that it reaches at least 160 degrees. And we're there. We're perfect. And now you're going to let it rest for at least 10-20 minutes before you cut into it. And we're going to, in the meantime, I'm going to make a vegetable. I've got some potatoes boiling. I'm going to make some gravy using the stock that I made from the back and the neck bone. Over here I threw in some celery, onion, carrot, and some peppercorns. And we're just going to make some stock, some gravy with that. I'm also going to use the drippings that are in this pan to contribute to the flavor of the stock as well, because these drippings that are down here in the bottom of this pan are nice and concentrated. So we'll be back when it's time to fix you a plate of this delicious turkey. All right, there you have it. A delicious platter of spatchcocked roasted turkey. This turkey roasted in just about 2 hours, maybe give or take 15 minutes. It's delicious. It's succulent. It's perfectly done. And you want to taste it, honey?
Sure.
All right.
If I have to.
You do. Well, I'm just going to give you a little piece of this white meat. I know it's probably not your preference, but it's really delicious. It's moist. It's perfectly done, in my opinion. And it has really good flavor. Setting the skin at the 400 degree mark for about 30 minutes really is one of the keys to roasting a successful turkey, in my opinion. And you will notice what is the one thing I did not do when I cooked this turkey.
Stuffed it.
Or I did not baste it.
Oh, no.
Because I am of the Alton Brown school of roasting a turkey. Basting is useless and does absolutely nothing for your turkey. If your turkey is going to be moist, you have to cook it the right way from the beginning. And cooking it super hot at the beginning and then tapering it off and then making sure that you cook it to the proper internal temperature, which is why I think everyone needs to invest in a fairly decent meat thermometer so that you can take the internal temperature of your cooked meat so that you know that it's where it's supposed to be. You can get them in 2-packs at the big at the warehouse store, very inexpensive, like $7 you get 2 of them. You can get them online, you can get them anywhere. So before you cook your turkey this year, make sure you get yourself a meat thermometer. Please be sure and check out Larry over at the Wolfe Pit, where he will be making something special for Thanksgiving as well that I'm sure you are not going to want to miss. You're going to love Larry if you've not met him before. He does amazing barbecue videos and so much more. He does some of the most fantastic Asian food recipes that I have seen on YouTube, and I just love him. So I was really excited when he contacted me and invited me to do a collaboration with him. So that's how you cook a roasted turkey. That's how you cook a roasted turkey spatchcock style. So I hope you give this spatchcock method a try. I hope that you love it, and until next time, I'll see ya. Thank you for joining me in my kitchen today. I hope you liked what you watched today, and I hope that you try it, and I hope that you love it. If you liked what you saw, please consider hitting the thumbs up button and giving me a positive rating. And also, make sure that you hit the subscribe button if you're already not a subscriber, so that you don't miss out on any of the fun we have here in our kitchen every single day. I hope that you enjoyed it. I'm really glad that you're here. Thank you for stopping by.